Hi friends! Happy Thursday! Oh no, it's not Thursday, it's Tuesday. Don't let me confuse you. I'm confusing myself. Let me make sure we are live. We are perfect. Why can't I see comments? Let me do it this way. Hang on 1 second. I want to be able to see. There we go. Perfect. Hello, hello. I have some new goodies to share with you today. So last week, the online exclusive launched. So I just got my package yesterday. So I figured we would open them together. I did go ahead and unpackage most stuff just because I didn't want it to go too long. And also I'm in my craft room and it is still a bazillion degrees in here. The air conditioning I have is not working great, so we have to look at getting a new one. Right now it's telling me it's 84 degrees in here. So I'm doing a little tropical vibe at the moment. I actually wouldn't let the dog come in because I didn't want her in here because it's so hot. So I already put the air on in my room so I can go do computer work when I'm done in the nice air conditioned room. But for now, because I love all of you, I'm gonna go ahead and do some stamping with you in the heat sauna. So let me know if you're watching live, but I'm gonna go ahead and turn this around and get started. Let's go ahead and flip this, and you won't really be able to see much of this, and actually I don't really want my address everywhere, so let me move that really quick. All right. Let's see. So I got this cute little box of goodies. You can see here. Woohoo! So in the new online exclusives, there's a bunch of new stuff. I did not get a ton of it. I just got a few items that I knew I would like. So I got a couple of sweets and a couple of bundles and one new embossing folder. So let me show you the embossing folder first. This is like a standalone embossing folder. It is sunflowers, super cute. It's actually my stepdaughter's anniversary today, and they had a sunflowers theme for their wedding. So I was thinking I could use this for some of the wedding pages, which I still have not done. So that was one of the online exclusives. You can see it's one of the bigger ones. These are 6 by 8.5. So they're nice size, great for scrapbooking as well as card making. So, and this one's gonna lend itself really well to a lot of different techniques. So I'm excited to play with that one. All right, let's show you the bundles that I got. So first bundle I got is the Tractor & Co. And this one was really so that Nate will stamp for you guys again. He is very much a tractor guy. So we got the cute little stamp set that has the little tractor, some chicken, pumpkins and stuff that you can put in the little thing that goes behind the tractor, the trailer, trees, all the things, corn. Thanks for pulling me through. Season's greetings, thinking of you. It's your birthday, and hey. So, and then you've got the dies that coordinate. So there's some that actually coordinate, and then some that are like builder pieces. These are the fenders, I believe, for the tractor. You've got some tire pieces, a little bonus tree here. So lots of cute little ways to use this one. So we'll have Nate get on that for you. So he can stamp using the tractor bundle. The other one I bought that was just a bundle is the, let me see if I can find it, the hybrid sunrise sailing bundle. So this is a embossing folder and dies. And of course you knew I had to have this one, right? I don't know why I didn't get it sooner. So this was actually going to be my August to-go class. I just released my July to-go class, which I love, featuring the beautiful galleries, which I can actually show you those. These are the classes or the cards that are in my beautiful gallery class. Super pretty, really focused on that pretty paper. I was going to do this one, but it didn't come in time, so we did that one for this month, and then next month will be the sunrise sailing bundle, which I think will be really, really fun. Let me just show you if I can undo this. Sorry, I thought I undid all of the wrapping, but I missed some. So this is the embossing folder. So you can see it's like a little sailboat with some water and clouds. Easier to see probably here. And then it works with the dies, which again, I undid the big package that has everything in it, and then I didn't know there was additional packaging. And then this is the dies that coordinate with that too. So you can see you've got some water pieces, and then you've got this. And this die here you can actually use in conjunction with your embossing folder. So it will emboss and die cut the sailboat at the same time, which is a really cool. I love the hybrid bundles because they're just a lot of fun to play with. So that's the other bundle I got. Good sentiments with this one too. Congratulations, you deserve the best. Happy retirement, best wishes, you're destined for great things, and ahoy. So that's that one. And then I got 2 suites. So let me show you the floral suite first. This is called, what is it called? I think it's the Floral Charm Suite Collection, I think. I don't know. The paper is what sold me on it. I'm usually, like, I like flowers, but I usually am like, oh, I have enough. But I love this paper. It is beautiful. So as always, you're going to get 2 each of 6 designs. So you'll have a front and a back design. These are just so, so pretty. I love them. So this is a suite collection. All of this stuff that I'm showing you right now is online exclusive. So it means it's not in a publication anywhere. You just need to go online to get it. If you need a link or something like that, just let me know. And I can actually build a cart for you and send it to you with the items that you want. Or you can just go online and search. So that works too. And if you're on my email list, you'll get a link to the online exclusives in my email this week, because that's what I'm sharing. All right, so pretty. I love the colors. I love the pretty patterns of this one. And then the back sides, of course, the B sides are kind of your muted, neutral kind of colors, but so, so pretty. I love the florals. I don't know. I love this one. I love this one, and I love this one, I think, the best. But I love them all. Like, this is really pretty too. This is really pretty as well. So lots and lots of pretty paper in that bundle. And then with this, you have the stamps and dies. So this is a cling mount stamp set, the red rubber with the floral stamp set. Thanks for being you. Happy birthday. Can't wait to see you again soon. You made my day. And hey, I'm always looking for good happy birthday sentiments too, and I think that's a really nice one. And then you've got your coordinating dies. So these here will cut out your floral images. This will cut out your leaf. And then you've got all these bonus ones that will just work in conjunction with the stamp set. So I'm really excited about this one too. I think that's really pretty. And then also part of this is the pretty, what is it, petal pink braided ribbon. Super pretty. So that's part of this collection, as well as the, what do they call these? Charming shimmer faceted dots. So these are really pretty too. And that's all part of this suite here. Let me make sure I got all the things. Yeah, that's everything from this one. So that suite is also now available in the online exclusives. And then the only other thing I got was one more suite, and it's a Halloween suite. Do I have Halloween fans in the house? So this one's a photopolymer. This is your stamp set. Cutesy little cat and dog. And then you've got Happy Halloween, no tricks, all treats, spooky, don't worry, eat sweets, and then the little bats and some like glittery options with some building items. And then it has the coordinating dies as well. So you've got cute little label, a little haunted house, a little fence, and some bats that are add-ons. And then these cut out the stamps. These cut out, I think, the pumpkin, I would imagine. I probably got 2, so you can cut multiples at the same time. And then you can cut out the broomstick as well. So some nice coordinating items there. And then also part of this collection is this really cool glimmer, shiny ribbon. Love this. This is, what color is this? I think it's Petunia Pop. So that's really pretty. Mine kind of came all unrolled here. And then we've got adorable little sequins, or not sequins, they're star foam stickers. So they're a little squishy, but, so they get a little bit of height to them, but they're squishy. So that's that. And then they also have some iridescent treat bags. So I don't know if you can see the iridescence on these, but these would be really fun Halloween. See how cool those are? So that's also part of this collection. And then last but not least, of course, we have some patterned paper that goes with this collection, which is adorable. So let's go ahead and look at this. and then we'll do some quick stamping. All right, so this one is cute. It's like a, let me zoom out a little bit. It's like a scene almost. You can cut the little panels here for cards. You could make a little border for a scrapbook page. Super cute. So that's the front, and then the B side is just kind of a pattern. Then we've got some cute little candy corn and candies. And the back side is just kind of a black, almost like that scratch off stuff. Remember when you used to like scratch it and the color would come through? It's kind of like that. Then this one, we've got some cute little windows with little kitties and spooky eyes. And the back side of that one is just some like orange sketch kind of stuff. Here we've got some cute little tags, like pre-done tags, right? Banners. And then on the back side, just like charcoal crosshatch. This is adorable. Look at how cute these are, the little critters. Dressed as ghost. I think that's a bat dressed as a ghost. So funny. You got a little flamingo and a tutu. So cute. Back side of this one is just orange with some little black flecks. And then you also get 2 sheets of die cuts. And you've got your cauldrons and your potion bottles, trees, candy corn, broomsticks, little critters. So really, really cute for scrapbooking and or card making. So this one's a really fun bundle as well. And again, these are all online exclusives. So you'll only be able to find this stuff in the online store, stampinup.com. I'll put the link to my store specifically in the description of this video when we're done. So I think, because I want to stamp something pretty quickly because it's very warm in here, I think I'm going to use the sailboat bundle. If I can find where that is here. So, let's see. This is a photopolymer stamp set. I like to, when I get my stamps, I take this piece off. I just throw the top piece off, or away, rather. And then I'm going to put all of this into the case. So it's all where it needs to be. This is your boat piece. And you've got this piece here. You've got all of these. So I just kind of line them up on the base here, and that's how I store them. You could put a little magnet sheet in here and put your dies right next to it, which is one of my goals to do, but it just never seems to happen. Alright, that's, I should have done this before, but we're not. We're gonna do it right now. So just put this here. This goes here. Got a couple more here, and then this other plastic piece that's part of this stamp, I sometimes keep these because they make good window sheets. So you can kind of die cut them as window sheets. You could use them as shaker windows. You can do all sorts of things with that. So I sometimes will keep these just for possible use. All right, so let me go ahead and I'm going to use some basic white cardstock, I think. I'm going to use a thick basic white. And I'm kind of copying, oh, I can't get that back in there right now. I'm kind of copying a swap card that was on the swap boards in Disney. Because again, it's hot in here and I just don't have a lot of stamina to stay in here for very long. So I'm going to go ahead and do a 4 1/4 by 11-inch piece of cardstock. I scored it at 5 1/2, which is your halfway mark. I think I'm going to make it kind of a little bit of a fun fold, maybe. So let's just trim off a little bit of this, maybe like an inch. We'll do that. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and do some stamping. I think we'll do some masking too. So let's go ahead. Whoops. I just messed that up. Hold on. Let me do that again. Alright, so I'm going to do a panel, I think, for on top of this. I don't have any cloud cover. So maybe we'll use Pool Party instead, because I'm out of cloud cover at the moment. This is a good, or you know what, maybe I'll use Secret Sea. We'll go a little darker. Kind of designing on the fly here. Secret Sea is honestly becoming one of my favorite colors all around. So this one we're gonna do actually let's do 4x4, and I'm gonna cut this down a little more, I think. 4x4, and then we'll do a panel to go on top of it. That is 3 3/4 by 3 3/4. So we're already straying from my sample piece here. So I'm thinking like this, right? Actually, you know what? I might leave it a little big. Do I want to leave it a little big? No, I don't. I'm gonna trim like another little bit off of this. There we go. Okay. So now we've got this and this. We're gonna need some something here. So I'm thinking maybe, I think this works really well with the Waves embossing folder. So I'm gonna emboss some of that. This is the Waves one. It came out with the crab line. I'm just going to emboss a piece of this. I might not use all of it, but I'm going to emboss it. Alright. I'm going to trim that down because it won't fit through my machine. So let me just trim that. And then we'll emboss it really quick over here. Hold, please. Alright, so I'm embossing that with my Stampin. Whoops. My Stampin Cut and Emboss. Sorry, it's probably super loud in here because of that air conditioner, but I will not survive if I do not have that. Alright, so I'm going to cut a strip of this. Let's do like about 1 1/4 inches, a little bit more than 1 1/4 inches, I think I did. There we go. And then it's going to be 5 1/4. Oh, it was already at 5 1/4. Oh, I don't want 5 1/4, I want 4. There we go. So then we can put this here, like that. Okay. Unfortunately, this one doesn't have any paper with it, so I kind of made my own, right? So we'll have this little pop of embossing that will show on the inside and the outside. So I'm just going to go ahead and attach that down really quick. And I could put it on another panel inside, but I'm going to just leave it. The inside's white anyway, so I'm going to just leave it like that. Alright, so now I have this. And I want to do, I'm going to do some water here on the bottom. Maybe. Let's find the block. Here we go. And the cloud cover ink did not pass inspection, so I have found that if I stamp the Secret Sea and stamp it off, it's usually kind of light enough that it works for me. So I'm gonna let's just test it. But see, that's kind of like a light water, and I like that. I don't want it too dark. So I'm gonna stamp off, and then we'll stamp some water. You just gotta remember to do it each time, right? And I'm just gonna kind of do a little mixing and matching here. that. And then I'm just going to line some more up here. And maybe one more at the top there, all the way across. Like that, okay? So there's my water. And then we're gonna do a little sailboat. I'm thinking though, this is a bigger sailboat than I thought it was. But I think I'm gonna pop it up. So let's go ahead and do the stamping of the sailboat on a separate piece. Okay, so I'm gonna do the sail part of it in the secret sea. I'm gonna do this. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna stamp it off. So we're gonna just use one ink color for this. So I'm gonna go ahead, stamp off, then stamp my sailboat. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this little part here, which is kind of like the decoration for the mast, and we'll do it full strength in the sails. Okay, perfect. I like it, I like it. I think there's actually, yeah, there is like a little boat thing here too. So I'm gonna fill in my boat. Again, we'll stamp off so it matches the boat itself. So I'm going to ink this up, stamp it off, and then we'll do that. Okay? Alright, so now we can die cut this with the coordinating dies. Let's cut this out. Okay, so I'm going to be right back. Hold, please. Oh, I think I knocked my panel off over here. Alright, I know it's super loud in here. I'll be right back. Die cutting over here. This is what happens when you don't plan your project in advance. I could bring it over there, but it's just not a lot of room. So... Alright, there is my sailboat, all cut out. Okay, and again, I wish I had some, so I'm going to pop it up on here, right? So we'll do this. What other color could I use for, well, I guess I could use some of this color, but I feel like it needs a little something else, but I don't have. I want cloud cover. Cloud cover and secret sea are must-haves for your room, because I don't know that I love these together, but we're gonna do that because I want to layer a couple of pieces of this. So I'm gonna die cut some of these guys here, this little die. So let me do that really fast. I like that there's two of these, so that if I'm cutting for class or if I am trying to do a card on the fly, I can do multiples at the same time. Alright, so it only cuts the top part there, and that one moved a little bit, but that's okay. I am making a giant mess over here, but that's what crafting is all about, right? Alright, so I'm going to just cut this right on that little line that the die made. Okay, and then we'll cut this one like that. And then I think I'm going to layer these so that it looks like a little dimension in here. And we'll tuck the boat in between. So I'm thinking I'll pop these up with some dimensionals, and then we can pop this inside like that. So let's go ahead and use some dimensionals. I'm going to grab my minis. So we'll put some mini dimensionals on the back here. I don't really know how many I need. That should be more than enough. Hopefully it fits on the paper. We'll put that here. Okay. And then I'm actually going to glue the boat to this layer. Just the bottom of it here. Like that. And then we can stick a couple of dimensionals up here. Okay. And then I'm going to kind of put it low. Oh, it's a little higher than I want, I think. But we'll just put it there. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and put dimensionals on this one, and we'll layer that on top like that. So somewhere between here and here for my dimensionals. So let's do this. Okay. And I'm going to attach that here. Butt it right up against the bottom of that boat so it looks like it's in the water. Okay. Now I'm just hoping that I didn't put the boat too far that it's off the card, but I think we're okay. So now we'll just trim these. Okay. Alright, there's that. And then I want some birds. So I'm going to grab the little seagull image here, and we'll put some birds in there. I'm going to use full strength, so we're going to bring in that dark color again. Okay. Like that. Let's add some glitter, because everything is better with glitter, especially Wink Stella. So I'm going to add some Wink Stella on my water parts here. Probably should have done this before I taped everything down. I don't know if this guy's still got any goods. I'm gonna have to do a new one. Oh dear, I squeezed too much. Well, we got lots of glitter on that one. Hold on. See if I can wipe some of that off. Not really. So we got lots of glitter on there. That's fine. All right. Careful not to squeeze too much when you're using your Wink Stella. All right, so then this is going to go on here. So I'm going to layer it onto this panel. Hopefully that will dry a little bit better. I can probably sand some of it off too if I want to. But it's all good. All right, I do feel like I want a little bit of twine or ribbon or something down there. I don't think I have any more linen thread. I think I used it all, but I do have some navy twine, which is not the same as Secret Sea, but I think it's going to work really nicely with this. And that will help me cover my little Wink Stella issue. So I'm just going to wrap this a few times down the bottom here. Okay. And I did this here now because I don't want it to show on the inside of the card, so I'm going to tie it on the panel. And then I'm going to tie it off to the side, but I'm probably going to move it. So I want to do a bow, so I need more twine. But I can always tie it and then scooch it down when I'm done. So that is what I will do. Alright, so we're going to just floof this up a little bit. Okay, I'll trim that down. And then I'm going to, I want to move this a little bit. There we go. Okay, and then we'll pop this on some dimensionals as well, I think. There, that's good. Trim it down just a little bit more so it doesn't hang off the card too much. And then I'm going to use my regular dimensionals for this panel. And you want to make sure you get it attached to the cardstock and not just the twine. The twine's a little bit better because it's not as thick, so it usually will overlap the twine and the cardstock. But if you have ribbon and you just put it on the ribbon, that means your panel will kind of move around because it's not actually attached to the cardstock. So make sure you have it good and secured on the back of the cardstock. Alright, and then we're gonna do this. Alright, I'm liking it, I'm liking it. Alright, the only other thing, oh, you know what I like too? I might actually stick, this is the negative part of this, but I kind of like that. So I think I'm gonna put a little bit of adhesive here. Oops, that's probably too far. Let me fold that over, because I don't want it to seal my card shut. There we go. That's good. And then I'm going to just kind of tuck this, whoops, along the edge here. Okay. Like that. And then we'll trim this off. Like so. So now it gives a little bit of interest there. Okay, we do need a sentiment of some sort. I think I might just use the Ahoy because I just want something little. So that will work nicely. So let's do that. And we'll just do it on a scrap piece of white with the secret C, and I might fussy cut it, we'll see. We'll just stamp this here, Ahoy. I could do like a little banner too, but I think because there's so much white there, I'm gonna trim it out. So I'm just going to kind of cut around the words like so. And you can be as meticulous about this or not as you'd like. I tend to be a little meticulous. Gets a little trickier when you start cutting off all your excess piece here, but just need a little piece to hang on to. Alright, this goes up and around. And there you go. Almost done. I'm going to go a little deeper on that. Watch your fingers. And you'll notice I'm just moving the paper, really. I'm not really moving my scissors. Alright, so there's that. And then I'm thinking, should I put it up here? I kind of like it up here. Kind of filling that white space. I think I'm going to put it here. So we're going to use a little dimensional, a mini one here, and then I'll use a little bit of regular adhesive here. You can use liquid glue too, which maybe I should do, because that's not cooperating right now, and it's probably better. Alright, and then we can attach that part with the liquid glue and this part with the, there we go. So fun. And of course we'll need a little bit of bling, of course. So I'm going to use my antique pearls. These are my favorite, you guys. They're the best. We'll grab my take your pick tool. And I think I'm actually going to put some over here in this space like that, and then maybe one. Do I want it here? I think I'll put it over here, like that. And there you have it. Super fast and easy card. Kind of fun fold. You could put, what should we stamp inside? I could stamp something inside. It says Ahoy. Oh, I don't know what I'm going to use it for. So, I might leave the inside blank, but I could use it for congratulations, retirement, best wishes. The other one had a birthday sentiment that I could use in here too. So, depending on what I wanted to use it for, I think that I'll wait. But this is a nice masculine card, right? So if you have any guys that you want to give cards to, or just anybody who loves the ocean like myself, I think this is a really fun one. So there you go. That is your card for today. If you're on my email list, maybe I'll type up the measurements for you really quick and send that with the video today. So make sure you hop on that. Of course, we have Creativity Week coming next week. If you want the link to join that, go ahead and let me know in the comments below, and I'll send that link over to you as well. there will be a daily video and a daily email that will have a little challenge prompt for you to just get your creativity going this summer. Kind of a summer refresh, because I know sometimes we can get out of our groove in the summertime. So I thought that would be really fun, and I just noticed the top of my bow is higher than the card. So I may have to adjust that a little bit, but we'll make it work. All right, my friends, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much for watching. And as always, I appreciate you and hope you have a fabulous day. Okay, we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.